marriage is not a joke. It's serious. You're completing half of your deen. Like, that's not something your parents are just going to be like, oh yeah, go ahead, go with this random person. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you got to put the work in and show them that you're ready for it.
When I first started talking to Kai and I told my mom what we wanted to do and stuff like that, she was like, "You don't even have a job." Like, yeah, man. My mom gave me a reality check, and it didn't bounce. You think it's enough light?
Yeah.
You do? Like the video looks good.
You think that the sign being on is going to be distraction?
I don't know. Let's see. I mean, they kind of dictate what looks good on video, right?
Wait, you're playing it?
Yeah.
That's on?
Yeah.
I don't see it recording.
It doesn't record from there. It records from here.
But how do you know that it's recording from there?
Because it's recording on there.
I don't get it.
It's not recording on the actual camera. It's recording on the device.
Oh, the camera is just being the reflection.
Right.
Thing.
Am I Mr. IT? Am I Mr. IT?
This doesn't work.
I think I'm Mr. IT, right?
That's not for the wrong lights.
This is not for this.
Huh?
What is happening?
Mr. IT. Mr. IT. I mean, you're Mr. IT. You made it.
How is it not working for what it's actually supposed to work for?
Is it broke? What's going on here?
Bro.
Some technical difficulties.
This is ridiculous.
Just try the other remote.
There we go.
So why was it doing that?
I don't know.
They're both connected to the same?
Yeah, I guess.
That's weird. Does that look weird, guys? Like, it's like little lines going. Oh my goodness.
Back normal. Thank God. What
I think
heck?
it's cool that the lines are going in between it because it's like that TV staticky. You know, like those what the old TVs used to do? Like the.
You know I didn't have TV.
What? You did.
But that's for another story time. We're not doing that right now. It's not about me.
You definitely had a TV.
I didn't have a TV like that.
did.
I didn't.
What are we doing today?
We're
This is
reacting
how
to
we
today.
introduce a video.
Yeah, but they seen the naturalness of what we got going on.
Yeah, the technical difficulties that Mr. IT had all under control.
It's good now though.
Yeah.
So I'll fix it. I could have went to MIT.
What's MIT?
So in this video, come on, let's introduce it though.
What state is it in?
Introduce it.
Okay.
It's in Minnesota.
No, it's not.
So comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. It's in New York, right?
No.
MIT's in New York?
That's FIT.
Isn't it Mechanical Institution of
It's Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Technology? Yeah, that's what I said.
Wait, is it?
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. You said mechanical.
Bro, can we introduce the video, bro?
All right, go ahead. 1, 2, 3.
Assalamu alaikum, my hello MK family. You are now tuned into another video of Moo
and Kai
TV.
Wait, are we supposed to be looking at that? I'm like looking at this.
Oh yeah, we want to get that right. So we gotta communicate with the lens instead of looking at the computer.
Okay.
Because we look at the computer, we not really talking to them.
Yeah, it looks like I'm looking
We're
like
not
down.
really talking to you guys.
Like,
so as you can see, guys, we have a new setup. We just have a new environment around us. As you can see, we're trying to figure it out as we go. So we hope you guys like the new setup. If you guys find this distracting, you guys find this weird, because I find it a little weird. I don't understand
I think it's pretty
why
cool.
the lights are going down like that. Like, for my eyes, it's not doing that. But when you look at the cam is showing us something different. So do you guys like that effect, or is it like distracting from the actual video? Comment down below. And before we get into this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell, right? Because what does the bell do?
notifies you when we post. Want to be notified when we post? Because, you know, we post sporadically. Click the bell.
We do, but we got a new setup which makes us more motivated to post now.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel that? Or, like, am I just speaking for me?
No, not there.
You're speaking for both of us? Okay. So in this video, obviously we have the reaction equipment. We will be reacting to multiple videos in the future, but in this video we're reacting to our first video.
Our very first video that we ever did on YouTube.
First video.
Almost 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's a long time ago. We were babies, so this should be interesting.
But the interesting part is we deleted this video.
Well,
that's a more interesting part.
We didn't delete it. We privated it so nobody else could see it but us. So some of you guys that have been subscribed to us from the beginning, you probably remember this video. You're not able to see it anymore, so this is your first time being able to see it since we privated it and like took it down.
We gotta look in the camera. We gotta look in the lens. I'm sorry, we getting used to this, guys. Sorry for not talking.
You know what? I'm just gonna start looking at myself in that little thing to like make me.
But it's still gonna. You're still gonna feel like you're looking off into something else. Like in the camera, it's gonna pick up like you're not looking at them. We should have eye contact with the lens.
Still in that area.
Okay. Right. But all right, we'll be reacting to a video we deleted. And
you went back.
What?
You're looking at this again.
Oh yeah. You guys will see the evolution. We're getting into it. We're trying to make this our instinct. We're 10 minutes in. It's just kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys bear with us because we love you guys. So let's get into the video. We're going to skip some parts because some parts are just like...
Assalamu alaikum and hello everybody.
You were now tuned into
everybody
and Kai TV.
Today.
Oh, that was before we had an...
This is our very first video, and we're going to be doing our first video on the Get to Know Us tag because it's our first video. So, yeah.
Can I say something?
The first question.
What are you about to say?
I don't know what haircut this is. I don't know if it's even a haircut. Would you call it a haircut? I don't know what it is. I don't know why I had it. And looking back on it, it's just like you look at yourself and you're like, why? Why? And it's one of those where you're just like, did other people see what I'm seeing now? And did they just not help me in life? Or like, what's going on? What do you think?
It wasn't that bad.
This is just bucking it. What are you talking? Truth be told, guys, we watched a little bit of this video before we came on, right? And she was just bucking me. So you're not gonna sit up here and just change for the camera.
Listen.
That is not it. It's just
I can't embarrass my husband in public, okay?
I appreciate you not embarrassing me.
Mashallah, babe.
I appreciate it.
Mashallah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, mashallah. All right, let's keep going.
How, when, and where did we meet? Like, we got a lot of these questions.
Somebody's beeping.
Video, like a story time video on how we met. So we don't really want to say like too much. We're gonna answer the question.
It's a long story, so we want to get too deep into it. I got something else to say. I got something else to say.
What?
Do you feel like when we got on the cameras, we was just naturals? Because this is interesting for a lot of people, right? A lot of people don't want to do YouTube or whatever because on camera they may feel a certain way or they just have a negative perception about themselves. So it just kind of enhances that when they get on camera. Do you feel like we felt that way in this moment?
No, because I think we like practiced a couple times before we actually made a video. But I think what a lot of people don't understand is that I think they compare being on video to like speaking in public, like public speaking and stuff, when it's not the same. It's a lot easier.
You think so?
Yeah. I think it's a lot easier.
Okay.
Because it's like what makes us scared to public speak is like seeing other people look at us and stuff like that. So when you're in front of a camera, it's just like you kind of talking to yourself. It's weird at first because you're talking to yourself, but like I don't think it's the same as public speaking. Like once you do it the first time, it's, you know. But I mean, when we came back to like start making videos again after we took that long break,
I didn't even have it on screen.
Huh?
I didn't have it on screen.
What do you mean?
I didn't have the video on screen.
So how, they didn't see nothing?
No.
They didn't hear anything? Either?
No.
So we gotta start over?
All right, guys. So, as you can see, we even had a video on screen, bro. Like, we're work in progress.
It's our first time doing a reaction.
This comment down
give
below
us some grace.
if you'll give us some grace. Just comment that down below.
Is it actually on screen now?
The video's not on screen because we're not watching the video. But when we start watching the video will be on screen. Because I'm aware now. I wasn't aware before.
So how do you do that? How do you know?
Because I know. All right. So we're going to get back into the video, man.
The actual video.
Actual vid.
Not just
let's
y'all
go.
hearing.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's react to it.
All right, let's go. Get back to it.
I think you put it on there.
I did. Yeah. She was friends with my little sister. Yeah. Well, we met a couple months after we started talking.
No.
Yes, it was.
But I mean, the real plug of the situation would be Nadira, though, because I wouldn't have met Rafika if I didn't go to the camp.
The whole organization that allowed y'all to connect was Nadira, which was... It's a lot of people, guys.
Yeah,
y'all figure out Nadira in later videos, all right? Look what we got here. Sorry to admit it, baby, but you lost.
What?
We met.
What was that? What was that?
You want me to explain?
I think that deserves some explanation. I don't understand why you felt the need to do that.
I'm gonna be honest, alright? Because we did explain this is our first video. So it was one of those where like I was editing and I just started knowing how to edit. So I'm like, let me do something that's just for no reason, but shows that I can edit.
Okay.
So Astaghfirullah feels like a show off thing. I was trying to be funny.
It's pretty cringy.
But it was mad cringy. That joint was mad weird. If I were to go back in time and take that out, I don't know why I said that, bro. If I could get 10 seconds of my life back, I would do that. So I don't approve of that. I don't do stuff like that no more. Hopefully I don't ever do something like that again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you, babe.
Oh gosh.
I'm so sorry. Let's proceed. But we're showing you our story. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we came from. I was doing stupid stuff. All right, let's go. You talking about like a year? It was not a year. We started talking in 2015 in December. That's crazy. I know it. And we just went over this.
No, but you said that it was a little bit before that. But we just agreed on December because we couldn't really remember exactly.
No, it was December because I remember. Yeah, right.
When did we?
I lied. It wasn't in December. We started talking like in November.
Yeah, it was November.
It was November.
Because I remember we had our birthdays. We remember whatever age it was.
So that was actually a lie. I thought I was rapping this. I don't know what I was doing. Like, and I lied. Like,
you probably didn't notice.
May Allah forgive me. Let's keep going.
Okay.
It wasn't a year. We didn't see each other like that next December, so it was a couple months.
I'm gonna do
Question 3.
Okay, our names.
My name is Muhammad. My nickname is... Why was I so excited to say that, though? Like, I was way too excited.
My name is... But, I mean, you should be proud of your name.
You said I'm proud?
I said you should be.
Mashallah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, be happy about your name.
But, like, who else would answer that question besides us in the room? Like, I'm acting like there was, like, a whole audience of people. And everybody trying to say their names. Yeah, and I, like, just try to get attention. So, I don't know why I came off that strong. Like, there's no reason for that. But, all right, let's go.
Okay, my name is Kaisha. That's, like, my nickname.
Normal. See, that was mad normal. That's what I should have did. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Okay, our birthdays.
Yo.
What?
Are they the feds? What do y'all ask all these questions for? You got birth dates, social security, address. Oh, I just want to know. No, you don't want to know my address. I'm not. Why the freak? This is on the internet, bro. Are you serious? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should. Why are we telling them our birthday?
Right, we're telling them everything, bro. This isn't good. SubhanAllah. Let's go to the next one, man.
Just skip this.
Question 4. I'm not that tall. Like, I'm average height. I'm 5'9". I ain't have a tall dad.
Gotta explain.
A midget, alright? I hope my kid comes up.
That was a trigger question.
I started telling the whole history of my lineage. Oh my gosh. Hey, my dad was short though. He's a short dude.
I know what.
My dad, honestly, I was supposed to be at least 5'2".
2 is crazy.
The genetics, that's what it was supposed to be, but you know, Allah bless me a little more inches.
Your family is 5'2". So where did you get that from?
That's true. But if you were to put my dad and my mom's height together, it would equal around like 5'4" or somewhere around there.
How tall was your father?
My father was like 5'5". Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
So you just equaled out 5'3".
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta average it out.
I mean, I guess so. Well, you made it.
You supposed to be at least 7 feet.
Go. I honestly feel like my height is what it's supposed to be. My mom's shorter than me. She's like 5'2", 5'3".
5'3"?
Yeah.
Your dad is 6'7".
Okay.
So you should have been like 6 feet.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, mashallah, because I think that would have been maybe
like
a deal breaker between them.
For sure.
But that's another story. Yeah.
For sure on my end. Yeah. I'm sorry. You gotta like.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be tall.
Yeah, I was saying on my end, but on your end, you're like, I'm not having a guy that's shorter.
But
okay, so
on
both ends.
You definitely want to have one of somebody tall.
Right, because I don't want a daddy long leg, and you don't want like a nacho.
A nacho is crazy.
Yeah. We should keep going. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, why did we decide to get married? Get into that one.
Well, I decided to get married.
It's where you get real.
First and foremost, I wanted to go against what a lot of people is doing at this age. I always wanted to be different, put like Islam and stuff aside, like my religion.
I'm gonna be honest though, I don't want to be on any funny stuff right now. But I say I wanted to go against what a lot of kids was doing. And I chose to do that haircut. Isn't that kind of crazy?
What?
Like, I have such a profound answer for this. But why is my hair looking like that?
What?
Like, that's what I should be answering in my life. Why do I have that haircut?
Bruh.
SubhanAllah.
So that's the haircut everybody had?
No. No one had that hair. I don't even know what that is. That's like a box. Astaghfirullah. I shouldn't even have that haircut.
Alright.
It's like lopsided. Alright.
So different. I feel like nobody at this age deems getting married at this age something important. Exactly.
Alright, you need to be serious.
I'd rather just be boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff like that. But I was like, if I'm gonna be serious about a person, and I.
Alright, baby, we gotta be a little serious right now.
Why would you say?
What? That's what I'm thinking. I just want to say what I'm thinking.
I was gonna say it's lopsided. And then you like whispered it. Okay, alright.
You're actually crying. What the heck? This is our first reaction over you're crying?
Goodness.
You
okay, I'm fine.
Alright, let's go.
Like, love them or whatever. Like, why not commit myself to them? But also, like, my religion played into it. Because, like, there's a hadith. Allah's apostle said, "O young people, whoever among you can marry should marry, because it helps him lower his gaze." Exactly. Helps him lower his gaze, and guard his modesty, his private parts from committing illegal sexual intercourse, etc. And whoever is not able to marry should fast, as fasting diminishes sexual power. So it keeps me focused, you know what I'm saying? I knew it would keep me focused.
I said
because like you were different than me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I had a certain.
You helped me with things and I helped you with things.
Yeah, we both helped each other where we lacked. You know what I'm saying? Like I lacked in school. She was on it in school. She got like straight A's. Like she's mad smart. Like you can tell by her head. A little bit. I'm playing.
Why would you do that?
I'm playing. I'm playing, but nah, she's mad. Like she's humble about it, but she's really smart. But the thing about it is, she's disciplined. I didn't have.
Muhammad, your head not bigger than mine? Look at your head.
Do you know how much energy you wasted just doing like this? Baby, your head
Your head is big too.
It's ahead of the game.
Oh my god.
It's ahead of the heads. You're ahead. I'll be honest. My head isn't that big.
Yes, it is.
Especially when I have this cut, it's very small. It's very acorny. You know that. We talked about that before.
Well, it's giving enlarged acorn right now. So. Talk about. Sorry.
All right. That's fine.
Said it. You started it in the video.
Discipline, like with school and stuff like that. So she really like helped me in like a lot of areas that I lack. So I really like that too. And it teaches me to be a great person, to be honest, like all around. Instead of just being out here just doing crazy stuff like a lot of youngins are. So yeah, I could go on forever, but
I agree. Obviously, we wanted to do the right thing, but it was also like, I really wasn't trying to be having what you call those haram relationships, whatever you want to call them. Oh, like a halal boyfriend, whatever people want to call it. I wasn't trying to do all of that.
Even though there's not such thing as
I
that.
feel like when Allah brings you like a
halal boyfriend.
Yeah, it's no halal boyfriend.
There's no such thing as a halal boyfriend.
It's not halal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a thing.
It's like really prevalent now, right?
Yeah.
So if you think you're in a halal or you have a halal boyfriend or girlfriend, you just have a haram boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah. But you're trying to flip the word to make it permissible when it's impermissible.
We're talking about people that are like two Muslims that just are dating because that's what you actually are. You're not like intended or anything. Or even if you're just prolonging it for no reason. Yeah. And just doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. But they're Muslim, so you think that it's okay because they're Muslim, but it's not. And I feel like Muhammad's a blessing. That's all. And like he said, like I helped him with school and stuff like that. And he helped me a lot with my Islam. Like being married makes you see that you are not perfect. Like you lack in a lot of things and you have to really reevaluate yourself and realize that you can't be selfish anymore. You have to think about other people. You have to just change your whole mindset and just.
So it helps you like be better in all aspects, like character wise. Yeah. Because to have a good marriage, you have to strive to be perfect to have a good marriage.
You can't be quick to like blame the other person. Like you really have to look at yourself first with everything that you two go through. Like you really have to look at yourself first before you go and say, "Oh, it's your fault." You gotta do that self-check before you check somebody else. And I feel like that's what it teaches you, which is a good thing. It's not like a bad thing.
I still stand on that 6 years later.
You have to self-check before you check somebody else. That's a strong statement right there.
That's with anybody. That's not even just in the marriage. No,
you
but like seriously.
That applies to all aspects of life.
Yeah, with anybody, not just in a marriage. It comes with thinking before you speak. Evaluating your thoughts before you say them. Just to make sure that you're not saying anything that is not true or you
construed.
Yeah. And thinking like maybe am I bugging? Am I tripping? Like,
yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, that is true. It's like to really get the best out of your external relationships, you have to question the internal relationship you have with yourself. Because you really could be tripping and think that you're actually not tripping. Yeah. Just because you feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. But if you don't question that feeling, you'll never figure out that you was actually like tripping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's real.
Or not even just like your feeling's not valid, but where is that coming from? Like, does something you did have anything to do with how that person reacted? Or like, I think a lot of times, even if that person did do something to make you feel some type of way or like hurt you or anything like that, I think it's important that before you like criticize, to be like, okay, I thought about this and I understand from this way, but I do feel you did this, that, or third. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not just coming like directly at them or like, you know, make an excuse for them, because that's how we should be as Muslims. You know, make an excuse for your brother or sister in Islam before you jump to conclusions. And just in that approach instead of just being like, oh, you did this.
Right. You know? So empathize with them in the beginning. Put yourself in their shoes. Yeah. So they can feel as if you're taking what they're thinking or whatever into consideration. Yeah. So they could be more open to change the situation. Yeah. Or change, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's real. That's real. Let's continue.
I didn't change for the worse. Like, it was for the better. It was certain stuff that I didn't even realize that I did. That was not good. I didn't even know it was bad until like I got married. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you're great. Like, I need to fix that. So, wait, we just went. Was that even? I hope they answered the question. Wow.
I got the gist.
Our parents' reaction to us wanting to get married.
I mean, like my mom, she's Muslim, so she was 100%. But one thing she did say to me, she just didn't want me to hop into it because of the fact she felt like I wasn't man enough to be in that like type of situation. Because when I first started talking to Kai and I told my mom what we wanted to do and stuff like that, she was like, "You don't even have a job." Like, in all honesty, she was like, "You're not even doing the things to get your like self prepared for it. So I'm scared for you if you go into a relationship and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing like as a man." So I respect that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of like Muslim like parents and stuff like that, they would just throw like, okay, you want to get married, this, that, and they really not prepared. So when they get into it, it doesn't last.
Yeah.
So when she did that, it really made me like realize like, dang. Like back to reevaluating. So I had to reevaluate myself and kind of change my ways in a sense. But when I got into the marriage, you helped me really change my ways. You know what I'm saying? Because it motivates me. That's another thing about marriage. Like it motivates us to do what we have to do. When I go to work, I'm not just going to work for myself no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking about like my kids and stuff like that. Like I can't give up now. Like, I gotta be successful as possible. I gotta go and get it.
And he means kids as in like future kids.
There's
no kids going on right now.
No.
I just wanted to correct that.
No kids. Not saying that we don't want them. Like if it happens, it happens. But we definitely want to be like prepared and be in a stable place before we bring kids into it. So that's why we want to finish school and stuff first. So that was my answer to the question. She could tell you how her parents felt.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, man, my mom gave me a reality check, and it didn't bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was well received, because that was, like, at a point in my life where I was already questioning a lot. Like, I already was doing a lot of self-reflection, even if I wasn't actually implementing what I knew I should be implementing. So as soon as she brought that up, when I brought getting married up to her, she told me the truth. You know what I'm saying? She didn't lie to me. She looked me in my eyes and sat me down and was like, this is a serious thing. And I feel like, well, I know for sure a lot of parents do not have those talks with their kids. And they're either on that spectrum of not having that talk and just throwing them in, or they're not talking at all and not throwing them in at all. Or they're talking to them about it and not throwing them in. So it's like a lot of spectrums of, you know, the ends. And I feel like my mother took the perfect approach.
Yeah.
What you think?
Oh, I think that was real of her to tell you that.
Yeah.
And like really open your eyes to what it's going to be and what it's really about. Like this is what you got to be prepared for. So I think that's good. Yeah, and I agree. Sometimes some parents are like that, and then some are like, they don't want their kids to get married until they're like,
can't have kids.
You know, like can't even have family anymore at this point. Like you're 36. Like as long as you're like working towards something and you have like goals and you're on the right track, like you don't have to have it all. Like, you know, but everybody's circumstance is different. Like I mean, if you can't be at home for the first couple of years, and of course you're gonna have to have like a stable job and be able to provide like a house, and stuff like that, or like a roof over you and your wife's head. But like, it just depends on the circumstance, but I definitely feel like it should be like a middle ground, not too fully unprepared and not too like overly, because
you could both sink in those situations if you don't find the balance.
You could be fully financially prepared, but your parents don't prepare you mentally at all, you know? So it's like you have to have a balance.
Yes. You said you could be financially prepared, but your parents don't prepare you mentally.
Like you
so
said,
mental preparedness and financial preparedness
with you.
Yeah.
They just say, oh, you have to finish school, you have to have this amount of money and all this stuff, but like you're not a good spouse because you weren't taught how to be. So
And the balance is, I like what you said, is like mental preparedness and financial preparedness. But the mentality stems from obviously the spiritual, which is Islam.
Exactly.
It's just knowing your rights and stuff, your responsibilities as an individual when you get in a relationship. So, no, that's right. All right. Go to the next. See your answer.
Okay, so well, my mom is Muslim, so she was all for it. My dad, on the other hand, when I first told him, it was when we were intended. So I told him like a year before we actually got married.
Like
And,
saying what you wanted to do.
Yeah, and I was like, well, when I turn 18, Dad, I want to get married. And then he was just like, what? He was like, you're a senior in high school. What are you talking about? Like, he was kind of mad. But, like, I understand why he was mad. Like, I'm his youngest, so you know how fathers are.
Mm.
I don't know. He's just, like, really overprotective. And he didn't really understand.
Yeah.
Is he overprotective though, or is he just protective?
Yeah, I think it's pretty normal.
I think overprotective with him being like going overboard. I don't think that's overboard. Him just
Yeah,
being
like,
like,
not
who
letting it
is the
happen at
dude? Like,
all.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think he's pretty normal.
Or
He's a normal dad.
yeah, because I feel like a lot of, you know, especially situations where people think they're brothers, or, and I'm not denying that there are men that are overboard in terms of their protection tendencies, but a lot of stuff just be normal.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to talk to him. He's overprotected. What? Of course he wants to talk to him. He wants to see who his sister's around.
Exactly.
So he can make sure his sister is around somebody who has good surroundings around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just that simple. But, you know, all right. Let's go.
And I had to tell him and explain it to him. And it was, like, rough for him when we actually got married. It was, well, mainly because he didn't really know Muhammad that much. And I blame myself for that, too, for not, like, letting him get to know each other more.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of hard because Muhammad does live in Connecticut. Well, he did live in Connecticut. And I'm here in Jersey. So kind of like a long distance kind of situation going on for a little bit. So it was hard to get stuff like that done.
It worked out though.
Yeah, mashallah. And they best buds, so I'm be glad. Like,
Yeah.
he loves Muhammad, Muhammad loves him, so it worked out for the better.
Yeah.
When Allah wants to work, it'll work.
Facts.
Dang.
Facts, though.
Yeah.
But let me say this. Her father, he had like a lot of.
You still feel that way about everything?
100%.
Or overall, did you like the way that like responded to the situation? How he like calmed down
Yeah.
and all that stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all of his feelings were warranted. The way he handled it was actually better than I feel like most people would.
Yeah.
Like, most people probably wouldn't even showed up if they didn't really know it was a person like that, you know what I mean? But my dad knows me, and that's just like the kind of relationship that me and my dad have. Like, he trusts me a lot. He knows that, like, if I feel like you were a good person, then he knows that he had a pretty good feeling that you were a good person because he trusts my judgment on things. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, like a lot of stereotypes about like how it would be if we got married. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because a lot of stereotypes on Islamic relationships is the woman can't do nothing. She gotta stop going to school and all like this other stuff. Like some people have these stereotypes. It's real. So like when he realized that I wasn't trying to stop Kai from doing nothing,
Yeah.
and as Muslim men, we shouldn't stop helping or
Motivating your wife to
exactly.
be
I
successful.
had a brain fart.
Cause you should.
So like a lot of people do have those stereotypes, but a lot of cases not like that. So when you see him wasn't like that, it was like okay.
And
Let
he
me see
actually looks up to us though. He's probably one of the few adults that love what we're doing and actually shows it. You know,
Yeah.
like my dad is very supportive. Like even though I said like he freaked out when I wanted to get married, he has been supporting
He
me
was still
since
there
day
at the
one.
wedding, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he's very supportive.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's a thing to touch on too, because that was like one of the other reasons why he was kind of reluctant to what was going on a little bit, like what's going on here, because of stereotypes he did have. What you think about that?
what?
Like the whole perspective of the stereotyping, how Islamic marriage is actually supposed to be rather than how it's perceived.
Like, what do I feel about that fact?
Yeah, that and how he's looking at it, how he was looking at it from a person who had a perception that it's like this, but it was actually like that.
I mean, if that's what's being put out to the media and that's what people see, and he hasn't like seen a proper Islamic marriage and he just hasn't witnessed that, then I get it. Because I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine something if you've never seen it before. Like, you never seen like it be successful. So
It's kind of hard to imagine something that you've never seen before.
yeah, like you just need to explain to him
Right.
and prove that it can be done not in the way that he had seen before. You know what I mean? So
Right.
some people like need that. They need to see it, or
That's true.
They just need to explain to them, especially
Right.
if they're ignorant to it. How are you supposed to know if you're ignorant to it?
Right. And this could cut into like just parents in general. A lot of times they're not going to see what you see because they haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just come at them because they're coming at you a certain way when you tell them something. Oh, mom, I want to do this. You should expect them to be like, what?
Yeah.
Or have some type of apprehension towards it instead of trying to apprehend it and understand. They can't understand. They never seen what you're trying to explain to them. So sometimes actions speak louder than words.
Yeah. So
You
like
actually have to
putting that work
show
in.
them
Yeah.
that this can work.
And that this is actually what you want. Because we get a lot of people that come to us and they want to get married, but their parents aren't like on board and stuff like that. And a lot of times I just feel like it's probably because your parents, some way, shape, or form, they feel like you're not ready in some way. And you just have to show them that you are. You have to put that timeline, that game plan out. Like, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what I'm going to work towards to make it happen. Like, I just need your support on it. And when parents see that, and they're like, oh, okay, like, you're really actually serious about it, you know? Marriage is not a joke. It's serious. Like, you're completing half of your deen. Like, that's not something your parents are just going to be like, oh, yeah, go ahead. Go with this random person. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to put the work in and show them that, you know, you're ready for it. So.
Right. Let's keep going.
Okay, we kind of answered this already. Like, how is it being married at a young age? Yeah, it's great. No,
It's alright.
like some people be like, try to stay in your honeymoon stage for as long as possible. But honestly, I feel like if you have that bond, you're gonna be in your honeymoon stage forever.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's
still
not
believe
like
this.
a stage and then it
We
goes
still
downhill.
believe this.
It's not like
We
that. Some
both
people
still.
will probably like, yeah, I don't know, y'all ain't even married such that. No, like some people don't even make it past the honeymoon stage. Like just it falls off in like months. But like,
You got something to say about this?
Well, now that we're 6 years in, I think that we have a little bit of time to be able to speak on this now. Because I think we made this video, when we were like, probably like a year, maybe?
Yeah.
Because in 2018, yeah, probably like a year, and now we're like 6 years in. So I think we got a little more stamped. Is that a thing? Stamped? A little more what? I don't know what I just said.
You're a
Anyway.
little more valid.
Yeah, I guess.
Your take on it is a little more valid
Yeah.
because you have some foot in the soil.
Yeah.
Some feet in the soil.
So, I definitely still agree that it's not a such thing as a honeymoon stage. Will I say that everything is all go lucky and jolly all the time? No, obviously not.
Yeah.
You're gonna have times where you definitely annoy each other. You're gonna have like disagreements, arguments, I guess what some people want to call it, and times where you just really don't want to be bothered by them. But it's not to the point where it's like, I don't like you anymore, or like I don't love you, or I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't find any happiness in my marriage anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So if that's what people expect the honeymoon stage to be, like all happy all the time, then that's crazy. Because like I said, in people's honeymoon stage, you're going to have disagreements and stuff like that.
Right.
So what is it not a honeymoon stage anymore because you have a
Yeah.
disagreement? So I just think that's crazy. And yeah, I don't believe in that. And I still stand on the fact that
I
it's
stand
not a
on
thing.
it too. I will actually want to do a whole video to like talking about this concept because I think there's a lot of things that go into it, which is why people believe in it. But I think it's way more not malevolent, not evil, but there's some dark psychological reasons for why the honeymoon exists and people tend to be like on their best behaviors in that short time period, like in the beginning. Like there's a lot that goes into that. Like, why does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Why do couples go through a period when they first get together, and then after that period, everything kind of goes like downhill?
Yeah, but I think that's not even just like I think that person is just not a good person. Like if you're
that's what
like,
I'm saying.
If you're not real from the jump and you're putting on the front, then it's gonna just be like, it's not a honeymoon stage. You're just a bad
I think we
person.
should.
Like
because I don't want to go deep into it because like there's concepts and stuff like that I recently learned and stuff like that. It's just like kind of goes. So I want to go like in depth about it.
Yeah.
But it's darker. Not just trying to make this like just bring the energy down, but there's reasons for that.
Yeah.
And we just want to like try to break it down, from our knowledge and what we know now, experiencing each other at this level that we're experiencing each other at, you know? And I bet people will argue, oh, I'm not saying that they changed so much, but things were just a little less dopamine effect. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to go into like the dopamine when you first get with somebody, and then the things that subside, the psychological
Yeah, but I mean, like,
things that happen.
I still don't feel like that's like a honeymoon stage. Like, of course, when you're like, okay, for instance, when like we're away from each other for a certain period of time and we come back, like we miss each other more than we would if we're to see each other every day. But like, I don't think that's a honeymoon.
But there are actual relationships, which is why people believe in it, where in the beginning, it feels amazing. You love each other. You're kind of on your best behavior. Everything seems like
got butterflies all the time.
Seashells on the beach. You may have a little shell cut here and there, but for the most part, you're still on the beach watching the sunrise, sunset. And then a little after that, like, things do feel rocky.
To get that spark back. Like, you can't just expect it to just be there all the time.
Right, yeah.
Like, if that's what, now, like a spark, okay.
But that should be in the beginning. Huh? That should be in the beginning. It shouldn't be just perfect, though. And I'm not saying, we're going to do a whole video on this, right? Because it's a lot to unpack, you know, and take out the box.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Stay tuned.
That's our take for now. Stay tuned, like she said.
A lot of people say that, though. Have fun with the first 5 months, because after that, it's done.
Like, it's what? Really not.
You don't even know me. No, for real. Like the first year, you better get it in, because after that, like dang. What? Like, I don't get that. And it's just like, that's something we can talk about, like, people's input. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way they try to dictate your relationship.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's like, they say that because of what they've been through. Like, we're two different people. We have a different bond than you have with your husband or your ex-husband or your wife or ex-wife. Like, it's different. Yeah, we're not trying to come at people, because we do get good advice. We definitely do get good advice. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. But you have to limit what you listen to, because people will say things based on their relationship, and then you try to put in your relationship, it really doesn't work, because that person's a totally different person. Yeah. So you really have to tune into who you're dealing with. Yeah. Like, of course, you're going to have little arguments and stuff like that. Like, it's not going to be all like, oh, I love you so much. Like, you know, you're going to get irritated and stuff. But it's not like on crazy stuff like, I want to divorce you. I feel like it all has to do with trusting Allah and, like, really thinking about Allah through everything, and having patience and communication. Like, all you have to do is talk to each other. All that petty stuff that people are used to doing, that goes out the door when you're married. It's not gonna work. You can't be being petty. Like, you need to talk. You need to talk it out, like, for real.
I mean, yeah, that'll make a honeymoon stage go out the door fast if you don't talk to each other and you just let stuff build up. Like, it's not like a stage. It's you. Like, you have full control over this stage that you think exists, whatever. Yeah. Like, it's not just a thing that just happens and it goes away. It's you. It's how you communicate, what you do in your marriage that dictates whether you have this stage. Right. Like, it's as simple as that. So people should really stop telling newlyweds that they're gonna have a new stage, because it's bad. Like, of course you're gonna feel more butterflies and stuff in the beginning because you don't know this person. It's new. It's something new for you. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that you'll never feel those butterflies again.
Right. And you mentioned something extremely vital. You said communication. Exactly. And this is where I think, because I really wanted to do a video about this, but I guess you're sharing your thoughts that I think are beneficial, so I'll just say, this is why I think people have honeymoon stages as well. Because you know how problems arise, like big problems? It's because you stuff the little problems under the carpet. So I feel like the honeymoon stage is you stuffing stuff under the carpet. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are just getting amalgamated with each other and trying to understand each other, etc. So you're just like, oh, okay, I don't like that, but, you know, I'll sweep this under the carpet. And then at a certain point, you have all this stuff under the carpet. Exactly. And everything just blows out of proportion. And that's kind of what I'm envisioning where the honeymoon stage, like, ends. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, dang, now these are real issues
Mhm.
because you've been sweeping all the little issues under the rug in the beginning stages of your relationship. But if you communicate those things out, it kind of stays
Mhm.
a carpet. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So communication is really what deadens all that and
Good
keeps it
communication.
right and keeps it at that base level of honeymoon phase.
Mhm.
You know?
I agree.
Okay. 5 more minutes?
Yeah, we don't gotta
We'll do
go
5 more
through
minutes?
all
All
of
right.
it.
We'll
Yeah.
do 5 more minutes because I know. Let's get it. I think this is a good.
You all right? You okay?
You want to close out?
Huh?
You want to close out?
No, you good.
I think this is a good place to end. I think it's always good to end on matters that actually matter.
Yeah.
Instead of matters that are trivial, and the rest of the video is kind of trivial. So we hope you guys like the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagrams will be in the description. You'll get us as individuals more on Instagram and stuff like that. We post what we're thinking. We'll have conversations, etc. So follow us on Instagram and tell us what you thought about the video. This is
Yeah,
our
how
first
you-
reaction.
How y'all feel about, the reaction type videos? I know we reacted to our first
Right.
ever YouTube video, but if there's any other old videos that you guys remember that you kind of would like to see again or want us to react to, just let us know.
Or any videos.
Yeah, any videos.
It could be
But-
viral videos, anything. If you
Yeah.
guys want to see our perspective on it, our take on it from an Islamic perspective,
Yeah.
then, comment down below. Hit us in our inboxes. Hit us wherever on social media, and we'll try to get that done.
Yep.
So I hope you guys have a blessed day, and remember Allah first.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you for watching. And we're out.
Assalamu alaikum.